and I was doing a live talk journal, and I realized, you know what? Some of the things I'm going to be talking about are these last 4 days of doing the album. And I get so distracted by this kind of live stuff. Makes me so uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, it really does. Just being out here talking to no one is what it feels like. And then a car drives by and I get like super self-conscious, like I'm talking to myself out loud, which is human anyway, so nothing to be self-conscious about in a way, since it really is normal for us to talk to ourselves. But anyway, I knew that I was gonna talk about some of the stuff going on with the recording, so I figured this is relevant, so let me open up and let me share. So it's been 4 days, and so much has already happened. I was supposed to be in a friend's lake house. Her and her partner were so generous and so sweet to allow me this month to go there to be in isolation and work on this project. And when we got there, a pipe burst and a bunch of the place got flooded. They just gave me word today that everything's going to be okay because they're getting the pipe fixed this week. So that's really good. I'm really happy for them. Grateful that that's getting resolved, because I know that was stressful for all of us, but definitely for them since it's their place. And what was I just talking about? So the lake house. So because of that, me and my partner, we were returned home, and I was a bit bummed because when I have created or worked on things in the past, I've always done it like in chrysalis, ironically, since that's the title of the album. And what I mean by that is like in isolation, being alone and uninterrupted and able to not put my mind on so many things, so I have enough attention and focus to help me follow through and complete a really big project. And so I was bummed because I was scared. I was kind of doubting myself and thinking, oh, am I going to be able to do this now? And worried that I wouldn't. And that's obviously followed by so many attacking thoughts of, your life is cursed, not meant to be, this isn't your fate. You don't deserve this. Just a lot of that. And I keep getting distracted by the cars that drive by. This is the introverted part of me, I'm guessing, that is kind of, I don't want to say shy, because I can do it. It's more just, it's private, you know what I mean? Which is totally ironic right now, since I'm talking privately, publicly. But I guess this is an attempt to try connecting. Because that has always been very terrifying. Because it's usually resulted in not always good things. As is all of our stories, really, right? I'm getting so off topic. I'm so sorry. Oh, where was I? I was talking about the lake house, and we had to come home. Right, I was doubting myself, right? Doubting my ability to do this, doubting if I was going to be good enough to do it. That's the attacking voices. Okay, did a loop around. I got back. I'm back on track. Oh no, now me saying that. Where was I? Oh my gosh, bear with me. My mind is a noisy place. Okay. The lake house being bummed. The lake house being bummed. This is such a goofy video because so much of it I feel like is just me forgetting where I was and finding my way back. Which is probably not fun at all for the audience, for you, right? Woo. The lake house. I was bummed because I was doubting myself. Right, okay. The attacking voices. Okay. So I'm attacking myself in my head, thinking that I can't do this now because I won't have that isolation. And sorry, my ear itched. And I was having this moment one night where it just like the epiphany kind of hit me in a way of like more clarity of understanding how to look at this situation in a way that doesn't compromise my sense of self-trust, my sense of connection with myself that's healthy, in a way that doesn't compromise my integrity and mistreats myself. And I realized that I'm like, you know what? I have this month, that's the goal, this month to work on this album. And I can feel defeated and I can let the agony of the situation, the devastation of disappointment crush me. And I can bend myself to meet suffering. Or what if I carry my cross, knowing that we all have our own, and if each of us find our own way towards strength, whatever that looks like to us, whatever that needs to be for us, if we look to that me seeing you carrying your cross and you seeing me carrying my cross can renew each other's strength, in our belief in ourselves, in our trust of this very unknown, confusing thing called existence. And to muscle through that, what my muscling through to carry my cross, it's not going to be the same for you, because you are different. You're a totally different person than me, each of you. So I guess all I can ever share is really my own advice that is specific to my own experience of existence, and hope that there will be things for each of you to cherry pick and apply to your own lives in a way that hopefully leads you to finding deeper ways to yourself, healing, being emboldened and empowered to just be yourself, and to get to understand other people by getting to understand yourself better. So I don't really know, but in that moment, it made me feel like I know how important this is to me. And I thought it was about just having a career. And it's not, it's never been. It's just this deep, 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 intense need to express, to heal, to help other people, hoping that being a myself, showing up as myself in this world, can have effects on other people that help them show up better in this world too. You know? And that means that if I let myself get crushed because things didn't go the way that I was hoping, the way that I was thinking I needed, then I'm gonna deflate myself, and very much like the word, depress myself. And will I feel better about how I made use of that time tomorrow or the next day? If I don't go there, it's okay to look at it. It's okay to tread every once in a while. We all stumble, we all find our way. But I'm now thrust into this challenge because things didn't go the way that I had hoped that they would have. I'm now thrust into this challenge where if I step up to the plate, I could really learn something and perhaps plant seeds that could blossom into something really beautiful and positive and healthy for me in the future. Because overcoming our challenges, that's how we grow, right? So then I recognize that I'm like, okay, this sucks, but this does mean so much to me. So am I going to allow myself to follow through and accept what feels like my fate, despite the pain that I'm in, the suffering that I carry or go through. It doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean I'm not going to deal with it or not dealing with it. Because I'll go on the hero's journey for those, just like I've always tried to do. But I could do that for me, for my inner child, for little Billy. Because this need to create is so deep in my existence, my cellular level, my essence, my spirit is what it feels like. And I need to express. I need to put that out there. And that's what I'm trying with this album. That's what I'm trying with this album, Chrysalis. But anyway, I could allow myself the gift of growth and choosing to trust myself that I can handle this, that I can persevere as I always have, and I can continue to be resilient like I always had to be. So let's carry this cross, because this is our cross, this suffering that I've gone through my entire life. It doesn't matter where my head is about that in any given day, because no matter what I do or work through, at the end of the day, those are still pieces of my history. Even if they're in the past, they will always have that truth, that reality will always exist. And the memory is like us just tapping into, like we're looking through a crystal ball in a way. Like not there, but seeing it. And I realized that I wanted to carry my cross for little Billy. I wanted to carry my cross for me. Not doubting myself anymore, but saying, you know what? We are strong. We have been strong. And we have carried so much before. And when we think that we can't handle it and we crush ourselves, it's an offense to the real strength that lingers there. So I knew that I wanted to do this. I wanted to carry my cross for all those who it might give them more faith in themselves to be able to carry their own. Because I'll never know what your cross is, so I can't tell you how to lift it and how to carry it. I mean, I can give you my own personal advice, but that's all it would be, is personal to my own experience of existence. But if seeing me lifting my load has any kind of positive effect on another life, or just even out in the world, in the essence of the world, the spiritual health of existence, then that sounds wonderful. Because I have gone through a lot of suffering in my life, and going through each chapter of that has only continued to reinforce how important it is to do my best to not make other people feel the way that I had felt. but we're all human, you know, so we all make mistakes, we all have our flaws, we all have the chance to grow and become better, healthier because of those mistakes. Because that's just you actively learning. There's no other way it can be. So anyway, that was an extremely long way of just saying I could give up or I could keep trying. And I chose to keep trying. And so me and my partner talked and we worked out an arrangement where the apartment's kind of split, and I kind of have made this little cave for the month that is basically like if I was living at that lake house or in a cabin in the woods, to just focus on the album. So, we check in with each other and we, make sure that we are feeling acknowledged and loved, and, that we understand, like what this is and what our expectations are during it. So we've taken the right steps, the healthy steps. And I just got really scared. I got really nervous thinking, oh gosh, what if I can't do this? What if I'm just too distracted? I get shy about singing in front of people, which I know is ironic because I want to be a performer. And I love my partner. So it's like, that's my best friend. So I do genuinely love spending time with my partner. So it makes it hard because when your partner is in the same space as you and you're trying to do forget what they call it, like an inner retreat, inside retreat, I forget what it's called, home retreat type thing, because he's going to focus on his own personal goals for this month as well while I'm focusing on this. But I got worried about the distraction, and the emotional distraction of overthinking, everything. But it's day 4, and I've done stuff. I've been doing a lot, and I've been writing it down and looking at it for the first time in my life, being able to like realize through seeing it and visually reading it, like, wow, I really have done a lot in one day. I was like rearranging the entire room to get it set up. I was testing the mics. I was working on music. I was writing a new song and just improvising. I was setting up a photo shoot, doing a photo shoot, editing those photos. And it was kind of funny looking at that, because up until I wrote it down and then read it, I really thought I had done nothing. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I was like, shit, I feel so lazy today. Like, I need to be getting stuff done. Like, why am I like not getting anything done? And then I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, why does it feel like this? Like, why does it feel like I haven't done anything? And yet I've done so much. And it's like, no wonder I feel burnt out, because I'm doing a lot, but I'm not even like seeing it. It's like I'm expecting even more from myself. Like, what I'm doing isn't enough. And that's not healthy. I don't want to treat myself that way, because I don't want to treat other people that way. So, a lot of self-reflections, and forgetting what I was just saying. Oh. Saying, but I was also like noticing how unnatural it looks to just be having a private moment of just sitting and reflecting and just being out in nature, but then holding a phone out to record it. So, this is what feels weird to me about this stuff, because I'm like, I want to connect, I want to share, I want to put my music out there and stuff, but I'm also just feels unnatural to like what we have to do that, you know, marketing basically, which has to be public. My brain is about to go down a different tangent than what we were just talking about. What distractions? I don't know. Distractions. Let's talk about distractions. Just realizing how ironic that is, as I'm completely distracted. I cannot remember right now, because my mind just splintered into so many different thoughts. And then I felt overwhelmed cerebrally about which one to go down, because they all felt really curious and interesting. And but yeah, I was feeling worried if I could do this or not. But oh yeah, I was talking about being able to visually see that I did a lot, but it kept feeling like I wasn't doing enough. Right, okay. And this made me reflect on how I have these intense standards on myself. And I feel like looking at that paper was a lot of just a reminder to like slow down a little bit, go at your own pace, but acknowledge the steps you've been taking, acknowledge the steps and the progress you're making, and how that's a better use of your time than had you not done that, and healthier for you. So adding to the growth and positive and health of life, your life. Just forgot. I just totally forgot again. Gosh. That's how I know I need to go to bed. Standards. So acknowledge that what I'm doing is enough. To be grateful that I could do that. To be grateful that each passing day, I'm moving forward towards my goals, so there is progress. I guess this is where I'll end it because I'm getting tired, so my brain is becoming even harder to focus. So yeah, but thanks for joining me on this it's quite peaceful night.